Hello, Shemai, and welcome to a new season on my road to glory with Paris FC. Today is the beginning of season 3, and we are facing Valenciennes away from home. So, obviously, I've been through the whole pre-season, so the first thing that we need to look at is transfers, how things have gone on this front. I'm quite happy with how things gone. If we take a look at the departures first, a lot of these were free transfers. Bakayako, was brilliant for us in our first season, I think it was. It was time for him to move on. He didn't play very many, very many games, sorry, last season, and we've now released him. Everyone else were just players that were never going to get into the team. Romuald Murray left on loan. He's never going to get back into the team. Um, Jose left on loan. Firmino is left on a free. Again, he was never going to get into the team. Jose, I'm hoping, is going to develop at another Belgium team on loan. Then we lost Alam Momege. He wanted to leave. I mean, he had some very good potential, but we got a decent amount for him in the end. I mean, 125k we're going to get in the end. I thought it was all right. And then another one, which was the one that was quite disappointing, was Florian Miller. I wanted to keep him, but apparently I've been playing him in the wrong position, and he really wasn't happy about that. And he left. We got a fair bit of money for him. I couldn't keep him because he was going to cause trouble in the squad, morale-wise. So I sold him. We got 450k from him. I mean, we freed up some wages. We freed up a lot of money, cash-wise as well. And now he's at Liège in the Pro League B, which is, I think, is the league below, yeah, league below the Premier League, basically, in Belgium. And players coming in wise, I'm incredibly happy with the players we brought in. Pretty much every single player here can fit into the starting lineup. I haven't brought in any squad players, which is a slight problem because outside the starting 11, we are looking a bit thin. And if you look here, I have no money left to spend. I'm trying to ship out another couple of players. So let's have a look at the ins. Gabrielle Xavier on a free transfer. What a buy this was. He's been at Brazilian teams in his entire life. He's currently out injured, which is a bit frustrating, but look at these stats. I mean, the only stats where he's really lacking is tackling, marking, and long throws and his technicals. A little bit undetermined. Leadership not too good, but again, he's not that type of player. But he's definitely, I'm hoping, is going to be a big performer this season. Another one we brought in, which was probably a little bit too much money paid for this guy, Julien Laporte. We bought him in from Clermont Foot. He's been pretty consistent in Domino's League 2 for the last few seasons. So I'm happy to bring him in. Decent, very good mentals, decent player. He's going to be probably our ball playing centre back, considering his passing is pretty good. Good tackling. So he's going to be our main defender this year, I think. Then we brought in Connor Washington as our striker. This is the guy I'm going to be looking for to challenge Abu Bakar. He's on a massive wage, 8k a week. I'm hoping he can do well. I mean, he's played at QPI. He's never really got a chance to make an impact. He's not really scored that many goals where he's been, but I'm looking at his stats. Good finishing, really good mentals, excellent physicals. I mean, strength 12, stamina 15, pace 14. He's going to be a real asset up front. Apparently, he's a good player for most Domino's League 2 sides. Then we brought in Luke Murphy as central midfielder. Again, really solid buy. Going to be a starter. Good stats all around the areas. Again, on a massive wage. Bought him out on the cheap though because he was transfer listed. Then we bought in Jimmy Girardon, who is not a backup defender, but he's probably not going to start most games unless there's an injury to someone. So again, a very good defender to have as a backup though. He's got experience in this division last year and the year before, so I'm quite happy with that, especially on a free transfer. And we then probably the best free transfer we've got, and currently our top earner is Shane Ferguson. Again, fantastic physicals, very good technicals, excellent mentals. And I mean, look how much money he's worth. I mean, even if he doesn't come to fruition, doesn't play well for us, we're going to cash in massively on him. Big wages, big big expectations, I'd say, from a lot of these players. Connor Washington, Laporte, and Shane Ferguson, and probably Luke Murphy are going to be big expectations. Let's take a look at pre-season. It was an alright pre-season. We won a cup. We won the Friendly Cup. We played FC Sean and Moose Gron. Then we beat US Senard Moisy 2-0. We got bad 4-0 by PSG, which was on telly for some reason. And then we drew 3-3 with Millwall. Great comeback. Lorenzo Caligari, who we extended the loan of. I don't know why that hasn't come up in the transfers. Maybe it just come up if you extend the loan. We extended the loan of Lorenzo Caligari. And Abubakar Kamara scored as well. So let's take a look at how the team shapes up. There's a lot of new names in here. We have Thibaut in goals, Girardon, Laporte, and Frederic Bong. Bong, the only survivor from last season. Now that's mainly because Jamie Sidey is suspended from last season, I think. Luke Murphy is playing as I'm gonna switch him to the anchorman because we need someone to be the anchorman. Because Jean-Baptiste Pirazzi got sent off in the last game of last season and is suspended for 2 matches, I think. So in midfield, we're looking a bit light because Luke Murphy would have played in midfield. So we have Bong Yongwi, on the right, Al Hasnaoui, and Caligari, who we extended the loan of, just said, in the centre midfield. Shane Ferguson on the left, Zotzar, Randri and Bologna, because unfortunately Gabrielle Xavier is injured, as well as Saif Alami. He's going to be out for 3 to 10 days, Xavier, so he's going to have to wait for his debut. I'm not sure how many games we have in that time. Then we have Connor Washington up front, hoping he can make a big difference this season. The one thing we've lacked in this series so far is a striker that could score 20 goals in a season. Or even 15, really. I mean, Eels Chaibi came close last season. I tried to get him on loan again this season, Eels Chaibi, but he rejected the club. And then they transfer listed him, but they wanted something like $500,000 for him, and I just couldn't afford that. I'd rather get someone like Connor Washington, who is experienced in other leagues, and he might take some time to get used to the league. That's the only problem we may have with him. But I'm hoping he'll hit the ground running. I don't know, hat-trick in his first game. Last season we did excellent in the first game. We beat Racing Club de Lens 1-0. The expectations of us this season are mid-table. And the media prediction is 14th. So we're not expecting anything special this season. But obviously we finished 12th last season, which was very impressive. So I'm hoping that we can push on this season, and I don't know, I'd love to challenge for a playoff spot, but I don't know how realistic that is. I think the start of the season we get to gauge on our performances and the results we're getting on the type of teams that we're playing well against. I mean, so far we haven't had a shot on target. As we approach half an hour, it's been one highlight. There we go, first shot off target, but it'll do. Shane Ferguson picking up a yellow card. Nothing really happening in the game so far. No one really performing for us very well. Connor Washington's having an awful start to his Paris FC career. We can still win the game. Yes, we can. I mean, if this finished 0-0, I wouldn't be that bothered, considering a clean sheet away from home is always something to be cherished. But I don't know, it's still 40 minutes left as the corner comes in now. Can we counter-attack? Ikone on the ball. Busan, ball back in. Bong Yongwi tries to clear it, can't. Ball into the box, and they've scored. Karim Azamom. Girardon tries to clear it, clears it straight to one of their players. Ikone gives it to Bouton in the box. To Azamoum when he finishes smartly. Thibaut had no chance there. I was tempted to bring a new keeper in the summer, but I've gone with outfield players. I mean, look at our defensive performance. It's been pretty poor. I think I'm going to have to take Connor Washington off. He's been awful. Maybe he can do something here. Ferguson with the throw to Bong, to Laporte. No one there. Murphy picks up the ball now. Out wide to Bong Yongwi. Can he do something? He's taking on his man. He's going nowhere. Gives it inside to Randri and Bologna. Into Caligari. Back to Murphy. Murphy to Caligari. There was space out wide then. We didn't quite see it. Bong now. Playing around with the ball dangerously there. I had a feeling he was going to lose it. Busan with the ball. Crosses it in and they've scored. Busan to Bouton. And it's 2-0. What was Bong doing there? He was just playing about with the ball. not even looking for a pass, loses it, they run down the wing. Maybe a question of offside? No. Murphy was playing him onside. No one tracking their man. Laporte loses his man, and it's 2-0, and it's not looking good for the first game of the season. I'm going to bring Kamara on, and we're going to bring Lalina on as well, who's now only a 2-star apparently. We're going to... Why is this changed? Oh, they've got another attack on here. Murphy with the ball now. Up to Caligari. Ball up to Connor Washington. No, can't do anything with it. Perqui, the goalkeeper now. Can he make a mistake? Nope. Bong heads the ball straight to Milos. Can we win the ball back in midfield? Caligari wins it back, and I think that should be the end of the highlight. Yeah. Right, we've made some subs now. We're going to go to attacking. We may as well... We're 2-0 down. We may as well go for the game. Go for broke, so to speak. And we're going to bring on Matteo Robael. Switch Caligari to a deep line playmaker. Robael still at the club. Nabil Taida's retiring at the end of the season, which is really annoying because I wanted to move him on. I wanted to sell him. This has been quite a... Kamara's been injured as well. That is not good news. We can't take him off because we've used all 3 subs. As we approach the 90th minute, we haven't had a single highlight in our favour. It's a pretty poor performance at the first game of the season. Maybe we can get a consolation goal here. Maybe we'll go 3-0 down. Kabore on the ball now. Looks like it's going to be attack for Valenciennes. To Azamoun, to Bouton, to Ikone. Ball played into the box and they've scored again. Bouton. 2 goals in this game and we have just been absolutely terrible. We have not turned up to this game. Defensively, we've been so poor. Maybe it's going to take time for the defenders to get used to the club and used to the tactics. But that was awful. I mean, Julian Laporte, poor guy, he's tried his best. Ended up with a 6.7 rating. And we're 19th up to the first game. Could have been worse. Could have lost 5-0. That's the first game of the season done. Goalless Kamara. He's played 7 games without scoring, apparently. Poor start to the season. Maybe I do need to... Newcastle job, no thanks. Maybe I do need to make some more sign-ins, not that there's room for it. But that's the first game of the season done. Got FC Nantes twice in a row after this. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, guys. If you want to see how our new signings can get off and how we can do in our 3rd season on the road to glory, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like. And if you have any tips or comments whatsoever, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.